Hello, welcome to this all signs reading for the full moon in Leo. And it's very interesting already, the energy that has come out. I'm also doing a, really? Just right and left. I'll leave that one out and message that one in just a second. So on Wednesday, the 12th, we have the full moon in the morning, and then in the evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a full moon release ceremony to just what is no longer meant for us, or what lessons we've learned, and now we're releasing that energy for whatever the lesson was. So one of the things I want to point out is, as I was shuffling and the cards kept flying out, and I was like, okay, I'll put them back. I wasn't ready. I'm going to do them in order. But this one the same one kept jumping out. And I'm like, okay. And then I looked at the number, and I've been seeing 11s all day today. Today does happen to be the 11th. And then I saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock when I had looked at that time. So each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. And although you may think you're going in circles, you are actually moving up. So this is the number 11 card. It reminds me of Leo because it's got that bright energy. And then the other card that came out that was from the other deck, I'm going to use all oracle cards for these decks and then get the messages from them. This is material and spiritual prosperity. Material and spiritual prosperity. Both, right? It's number 6 card. You can have both. You can have both. And when someone says, well, you have to work really hard, to be prosperous, not if you got the universe working on your side, right? So let's see this is the Oracle of the 7 energies. So I'm going to, oh, okay. They're telling me also what things they want to do. Is so funny. I want to volunteer to come out now for just kind of as the overall general read. You want to come out. Sacred reverence. Honor. See, oh my gosh. Look at the card number 47. Adds 2 and 11, right? Sacred reverence. This is all about recognizing the synchronicities. And I will say, I will tip my hat to a friend of mine who, in her Substack, pointed out that when you see synchronicities, accept them, be thankful for them, and trust in them, because that is showing the universe that you trust in the next step of your path, and that you'll watch for the synchronicities, and that will continue to follow. It's very great energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Aries. Now, Aries, and the cards had me switch them around because that's what they do. Now, Aries is a fire sign. Leo, where the full moon is actually going to be, is also a fire sign, and they will be in trine to each other. So I think that's very important to recognize that the moon itself is going to be in a trine to that energy, and the moon is going to be at 24 degrees. The moon and the sun are in a square with Uranus in Taurus. So that's very big energy. So let's see what we've got going on here for Aries. Within the universe, you have gone through the lessons. Let me make sure I have that for you. You have gone through all these lessons, and you should be at that point where you don't see limits for yourself. That's what the Aries North Node did for you, was allow you to recognize that you are in charge of your own sovereignty. And that is true for everyone. That's true for everyone. And let's see what without advice was. They made me switch them around. So this is without awareness, the universe and awareness. Again, this is recognizing those synchronicities. That's a number 1 card. The other one was a number 1 card. Okay, I just want to point this out to you. So this is a 1 and this is a 1. That makes 11. That's 11. Wow, it is crazy. Okay. And then we have Oracle of the Seventh Energies. What's the advice for you? The land between. We are actually going down that road of you can't get there from here, right? It's this, we see that there's going to be a future out there, but we don't know how to get there from here. So we're going to have little synchronicities that are going to be guided. This is a number 40 card. We're going to have little synchronicities that are going to be guiding you along your way. And you need to pay attention to that. The universe came out as your within card. You're in charge. You make the rules for your universe. Awareness. Be conscious of the synchronicities coming in. If it's something that you were like, oh, this is great, acknowledge it. Trust that the universe is going to bring you more of that. And that is part of this awareness. And then you have the land between. So all three of these are really giving you that great message of synchronicity, right? The land between is like floating out in space. So don't doubt the odd synchronicities that you may get, because I think there's going to be some odd ones. But it'll be fine, because there's a bridge to that land and there's a bridge from that land. So you're not stuck. It's just not what you expect. So let's go ahead and go on to Taurus energy. Deliver your greatest gift to the world. Taurus, you have Uranus in your sign. You're part of that big square that's going on the full moon. Again, Uranus is at 23 degrees, but it's in that square to the 24-degree moon and sun. There are a lot of energies coming out for Taurus. Unexpected things, right? So that was within. You have something within you that really is needed, and you need to let that out. What is within you? You are the earth. To me, you represent the earth more than any other sign. So what is that gift that you have to give as a representative for the earth? Fulfillment of wishes. That is without. That is a number 9 card. The other one was a number 10 card. So fulfillment of wishes. Wish granted. What is it that you want to accomplish? Because I think you delivering what is really part of your identity is what's really needed, that connection with the earth. And Uranus can be earthquakes. We've seen that. It can be volcanic eruptions. It also can manifest as things having to deal with the money markets and things like that. But I really think that this is your opportunity to shine. It's like you are needed. The earth is setting her own boundaries, and we need people that can connect to the earth and let us know what she wants us to do. Broken open. Number 28 card. So this adds to a 10, and your first card was a 10. So there's endings here. I feel like there's endings for you, unexpected endings, because it will be involving Uranus. So look for anything within about 5 degrees of Uranus in your chart. The odd thing for me is I do have Uranus at 28 degrees of Leo. So the moon is going to be going over that particular degree in my chart that evening. So very, very interesting. Later on in the day, after the full moon has completed, the moon is going to continue on. So I will also get some benefit of some Uranus energy. Broken open. And I had pulled this earlier in the week, and this is very much about, there's something that may have caused you great pain, that caused you to be broken open. But really, this is the time to almost consider that a blessing. So just change your viewpoint about that, because I feel that was a necessary ending, even as suddenly as it may have come, because you are meant to go on to other things. So take the wisdom of what the lesson was for you, and then realize that has allowed you to It's like bursting open of a seed that needs to grow. You can't grow a plant without the seed bursting open, sending out roots, reaching for the sky. And I like this energy for you. I think this is a whole new paradigm coming in for you with this energy. So let's go on to Gemini. What is within for Gemini? Your 111-year-old self. I'm a Gemini rising. And for me, this is very funny because many Geminis have that, um, they have the 11-year-old self and they have the 111-year-old self, that duality. It's just like, um, sometimes when you get to be 111, you kind of can go back into your childhood and go, you know what? I can do whatever I want. This is great, right? To me, that's that Gemini energy of like, they're not going to be denied. If they're interested in something, they're like, oh, I can do this. This is great. So I feel that is very much the knowledge that Gemini can accumulate. Now, without movement, choices, decisions. Fortunately, Gemini is a mutable sign, as well as Pisces and Virgo and Sagittarius. And considering that we have all of this major movement in Pisces this year, and we have a lot of things going on during the Pisces season, we are fortunate that that is actually in mutable signs. So they can handle the change a lot easier than some of the fixed signs. We will have Uranus this year is going to be stepping foot into Gemini. Things are going to go so much faster when that happens. And I believe that's in July. And because Uranus was a little bit slowed down with that energy that was in Taurus. So now it's got all this mental energy going, and it's going to be in a trine to Pluto in Aquarius. So there is untold things that are going to be discovered. And I think with the air signs, with the help of the air signs, especially Gemini and Aquarius, that knowledge. Jupiter is actually also in Gemini. So bigger, grander ideas. I think that there's going to be so much change in the next 18 months. It's going to be breathtaking. So what is the advice from Spirit? Endless possibilities. And look at this, it's a 38. Another 11. Endless possibilities. And I think of the star card with this because that represents Aquarius. So there is a limitless avenue for you to explore as a Gemini with what's going on with all this energy. I think it's fantastic. I think that you'll really enjoy it. You're a mutable sign. You can handle all of this very well. So take it as a wish. I mean, it's a number 11 again. So very nice. Now we go on to Cancer. Cancer, what is within for you? Find your star family in this cosmic game of hide and seek. It's a number 14 card, which is about change. But I think this is amazing for Cancer to have. I'm a Cancer sun. We are about family. We have Mars in Cancer right now, having us really face maybe what have been deep childhood wounds, and also in the process of cleaning out, maybe changing homes, cleaning out our home, changing our home, getting rid of things that we don't need anymore. But we are going to be connecting with other people. Cancer is a cardinal sign. So finding your star family is important. Maybe your flesh and bone family is now not part of your future, but you can find your star family. And I think that's the energy that I feel that's coming forward for you. That's kind of amazing. And then without triumphant success, the sword of truth, it's a number 1 card. triumphant success. You've pulled the sword from the stone, right? You're able to really, Mars in Cancer is also about defending one's family. But I feel like you're going to determine who that is, right? You're going to cut those ties for the toxic relationships that maybe you grew up with, and you're going to be moving on to something completely different. So let's see what your advice is. A lot of family, earth magic, earth magic. I think it would be very good for Cancers to work on being grounded. There has been so much emotional energy. You have all of the things going on in Pisces that are trine to your sign. So getting grounded is going to be very helpful for you. And you can do that by I know that walking on the earth is very helpful, but not a lot of people can put their feet on the ground in the fresh grass. What you may be able to do is go out, and I I have this thing where when I'm out walking, every once in a while, I just have this urge to go up and touch the tree and the tree bark, the skin of the tree, right? And just appreciate what they do for us, the trees. So to me, that's my recognition of this earth magic energy. Isn't that crazy? Um, you may get grounded also by doing swimming. That is a very uh, Cancer activity, and Mars is in Cancer. We do need to physically move our bodies and be active. So, that being your advice, grounding in whatever way feels comfortable for you. And that can also mean candle gazing and all those other energies that can just settle you. It could be cooking. It could be making something physical with your hands. That's a very Taurus kind of energy to tying in with that earthing energy. So, and I am hard pressed not to find a Cancer that doesn't love food or doesn't love cooking or appreciates the ambiance of all of that. So I really feel that is something that's special and unique to you. So we're going to go on to Leo. Leo, this full moon is in your sign, but you're going to be in the middle of this T square with Uranus. But you are a galactic star seed blooming. You feel it from the inside. This is a number 17 card. So, what you're feeling within, I think you finally are getting that illumination of, trusting yourself, trusting your creativity, being unafraid to put yourself out there and knowing that your job is to lead from the front. Leos, they're natural born leaders. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it by yourself. So let's see what is without for you. Without. Shadow. I think you need to work with that energy of this number 18 card, so it'll add to a 9. I'm just trying to get it to dun, 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 dun. There. This is every job, every position of power has that positive and negative, right? It's this power corrupts. And that is something that Leo needs to be aware of, right? There has to be something that stops, right? That brings a halt to a balance check, I think, to grandiose things that are going on. I think there needs to be just a double check, right? That sun and that moon energy. So what is the advice for Leo here? Advice for Leo, spirit of gratitude. Just imagine that there's other people that helped you and you need to thank them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have to tell you that I am reminded of my cousin Vinny, where he's like, oh, he didn't win the case by himself. And she goes, oh, what a nightmare. You have to wake up and you have to go and thank someone else for helping you win a case. Oh, no. So when you bring in the spirit of gratitude and know it's not, and knowing in your mind that it's not just all you, that it is other people, it's not just you. You can be the leader, right? This is a number 43 card, so it's 2 and it's 7. It's spiritual, right? There are other people there that have helped things out, and they deserve that recognition too. You would want that recognition, and they've earned it. You've earned it, but you're already in the front. Some people need to have the light shown on them a little bit. And I think that is one of the things that you should be doing. Otherwise, you're going to have this. I think that's where the shadow is going to be seen by other people. Like, oh, they think they can do everything on their own. And this person helped them, and this person helped them, and this person helped them. You know, you do need to recognize that this is that part of being a leader, right? Recognizing the people that have helped you. So let's go now into Virgo energy. Virgo. So what do we have for Virgo within? The hero of your cosmic journey. And look, it's a number 11 card. 11s, 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 11s. Oh my goodness. And this sword. And again, I get this energy of this, and it delights me that it's Virgo that got this card, because, you know, they don't get that pat on the back, the recognition that that they're the hero, that they can be the hero of the story. And Virgo is very, it can be meticulous and very much about the details. That can be one of the, that's a plus and a minus, because they just want things to be perfect. That's also a way for them to protect themselves. If they do things perfectly, they can't be criticized, and they take criticism very personally, and they're far more critical of themselves than they would be to another person, right? And so give yourself some grace. You are the hero here, and they are a mutable sign. So when things get a little crazy, they're like, okay, what are our assets? What can we work with? What do we have left? And we'll move from there forward, because that's one of their gifts, is that they can do that. And so it's great to have a Virgo on your team that, you know, is there to know what is available to be used, right? So that is within. Recognize that you are a hero within, and don't be so hard on yourself. You're so self-critical. So what is without for you? Destiny. This is a number 10 card. So the hero of your cosmic journey was 11. This is a number 10. Endings and new beginnings. That's usually what 10s signify. So, you know, this is very much to me, this Virgo energy, the Pluto in Virgo generation, are generations that have lived with not women. They are living reminders. They were alive during a time when women were not allowed to have credit cards unless they had the permission of their husband. The same with bank accounts, or if it was in the husband's name, sometimes they had to call and verify with the husband that she had permission to use his card. We're in a different situation now. We're not, Virgos need to realize, and this is from without, you are also high priestess energy. So don't serve the table, take a seat at the table. That is what you're going to be moving towards, right? You're ending that old, you know, there's nothing wrong with being of service, but that doesn't mean you're the one, you have to be the one pouring the coffee, right? So what is the advice here? Exposed and revealed. I feel like, and this is a number 21 card, I feel like this is us saying, oh, we've paid our dues. We remember it well. Most of the people that have this are right around their Chiron return, which happens around age 50. And they're in the energy of it. And you just don't have a Chiron turn and it's just a passing thing. You are changed. You've paid your dues, and the willingness to be overlooked and dictated to, exposed, and revealed. That to me is that Pluto and Virgo saying, we remember what it was like. And we want to make sure that we're not going back there, right? Exposed and revealed. And really the divine feminine, in a lot of the astrology, and I use the asteroid goddesses, there's such strong feminine energy that is going along with all of these particular full moons, new moons. It's very amazing how strong the divine feminine is getting. And that, I think, is part of what's going to be exposed and revealed. And I think the divine feminine is going to be the hero of this story. That's what I think. I think they're going to be the hero of this story. So let's go with Libra. Libra, what is within for Libra? You will only see the way by making the way. Libra, this is a number 38 card. Again, an 11, 11, 11, 11, right? Oh, 11's all over the place. So Libra, you know what this means, right? This means you're not going along to get along. You're forging your own path. You will only see the way by making the way. You're not, Libras want to be fair. They want to give other people a chance. But Libra, you are a cardinal sign. It's okay for you to take charge. You do know what you're doing. You can make decisions without having to check with everybody else, and you need to forge your own path. You need to move forward. You don't need other people's approval, is what I will say, right? This is what the South Node did when it went through Libra, getting rid of toxic relationships that prevented you from being who you were meant to be. So what is coming from without? Partnerships and alliances, non-toxic ones, right? Partnerships and alliances. Setting out on a new path doesn't mean that you have to go it alone. You can still be cardinal and, start forging that path, but you can do it with people who are allied with you, that are there to actually help and not sidetrack things, right? So I think that's very important, that this air energy of Libra is allowed to take on the cardinal manifestations that it should have. I mean, I think to me, that's the strongest energy going forward. And what is advice from Spirit for this? A tall tale. Strike out on your own. What stories will you have when you come back after you've gone out there and forged your own path? This is a number 35 card. Ta-da! I'm trying to get it to focus. So let me get it to focus for just a second so you can see it. There we are. And this magic hat, right? What is possible? A tall tale. I really feel like the tall tale is also telling us that we can imagine anything. Don't limit yourself and what you can accomplish. We are in a very strong time of manifestation. And I've been reading, I've been checking the astrology, and many astrologers will tell you March is going to be very busy, and that we're going through huge changes. The collective is, and that of course will then affect everyone else. But really, when I've been looking at personal charts, they haven't been that bad. Actually, some of them have been this is bringing in opportunities because things aren't stagnant anymore. Things are available to be done. And that's where you going forward and setting the pace and going on your own path is going to benefit you, instead of going along to get along with all these other people that have, we're not going to be like the corporate America that we've been in the past. That's definitely not going to be a thing. There's going to be too many changes going forward. And it's more on a community level. So that is very interesting energy for Libra. So let's go on to Scorpio. Scorpio energy. What is within for Scorpio? Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. A number 21 card. I think this is, I always feel like when I come across a Scorpio energy, it's like, okay, are you a good witch? Are you a bad witch? Because Scorpio can have that duality of, they have the deepest, darkest secrets that they keep, but they will find out yours in a matter of minutes, right? They know how to research. Between a Scorpio and a Gemini, there are no secrets, right? So polish your mirror for perfect clarity. What can you clean up in your own energy that can take you further? Because they have also this uncanny ability to be very creative. They feel emotions to the depths that words cannot express, right? So what is the power of that? They're great actors. They can portray emotions. They are loyal. They will ever be loyal. The only danger is if you are doing something that is unloyal to a Scorpio, you will have to watch your back for the rest of your life. So polish your mirror for perfect clarity. And I feel like let go of some of those, because it's hard to really get full into manifesting if you're hanging on to these things. Your water sign, water has memory, and Scorpio has a long memory. So is that serving you though? If you want to be moving on, deflect the emotion from the event, and that becomes wisdom. Take the emotion out of the equation, allow the wisdom to come in, and then let it go. Because if you keep ruminating over this, it's going to be nothing but a problem for you. So it has to be released. And I know that's really hard because you feel things very deeply. So let's see what your advice is, Scorpio. A powerful move in this game of chess, right? And you see the key. You see the key there in the center. Now, what number is this? This is a number 15 card, right? It's a number 15. So it's that energy of Scorpios are fixed signs. And this square that is happening between the sun, moon, and Uranus is opposite you. So you're kind of key here. You're the key holder here. That's funny that the key is there, for utilizing this T square. You're the answer. Really dig deep into what the motives are. So that would be advice for anyone. Look to Scorpio, your Scorpio, and its location and what you have in that sign, and find out what unexpected things can be brought forward, because we're talking about Uranus, right? These are fixed signs. So you're a fixed sign as well. And I think there's a powerful move that you're capable of making that other people won't have the benefit of being able to choose that because of where you are. So that's interesting energy. Wow. So now we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy. What is within? You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? So 37 energy, number 10, there's endings and beginnings, Sagittarius. So right now, you are a fire sign. You will have Venus right now is in a trine to things in the early degrees of Sagittarius. So that's one thing to consider. Leo is also a fire sign. So you're going to have things at the and Sagittarius, because that's at 24 degrees, that are in trine. So it's an opportunity for you to use some of this energy. And your ruling sign, Jupiter, is in Gemini. Lots of ideas that can come in. So maybe that's why you woke up. You've got all these things that are happening, and I think that's shaking some of the ground underneath you. Let's see. That's it's number 10 card. So let's see what is the without energy. This is a number 5 card, emotional loss. But and one of the things I see here is this shell motion, which often signifies Venus. So for you, Sagittarius, I would pay a lot of attention to Venus right now, and especially as she is going to be starting her retrograde on March 1st. She's going to be doing some of that in Aries, and so again, that's a fire sign. It'll be affecting you back. So it's from 0 to 10 degrees of Sag that she's going to be retrograding back over before she goes into Pisces. And then she's going to be coming back over those degrees. So she'll cover all of those degrees 3 times. So emotional loss, that is something that, because it's Venus, there could be something that you have lost and now you need to work through it. And Venus is going to help you do that. Venus will be in retrograde for, generally it's 40, they call it 40 days, but actually it's, I think 42 or 43 this time. And then she'll be going direct. And the interesting thing is that her and Mars are actually trining 3 times. They've already had 1 trine. And there's going to be another one that comes. The first one was when Mars was retrograde. The second one will be when Venus is retrograde. And the third one will be when they are both direct. So I think that is something that you can look for, because that is going to be happening in the fire signs when they're both direct and moving forward. You will move on from whatever that emotional loss was. So what is this? Advice. Wish upon a star. This is a number 39, so that's a 12, right? Wish upon a star. Sagittarius, this is so you. This is being able to imagine anything. Do not limit what you want to intend, and use the energy of this full moon. You can, in some ways, people do set intentions for it. Usually you consider that as a release, but I would say consider releasing your limitations. Consider releasing the things that stop you from being creative. Well, I'm not that special, I can't do it. Yeah, you can. This is very much that we are coming up also on the new moon in Pisces, which is going to be pretty potent. Pretty potent. So utilize this energy, and especially pay attention to Venus. I think that there's a lot of messages in there for you when things start happening in March. So that's important. Now we're going to go on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, what is within for you? Starseed. Okay, so this is the number 8 card. And I like the idea of you realizing that you have, you're so practical and pragmatic for Capricorns to think it is to do it, but to realize that you've got something this special deep down inside of you that other people don't recognize. They'll see it eventually. I think that's going to come out. That's probably what part of this is going to be saying. Just a guess, but we'll see what happens. I just love that, you are an earth sign, but it's reaching for the stars. I just love this energy. So what is without for you, without energy? Intuition. Yes. And look at that portal. Look at that door. So that's a number 2 card, right? It's being able to recognize that you do have intuition. The opposite side, Cancer, is considered very strong on the intuition end. But you have it too, right? You are that star seed. You are someone that can go through that portal. You are someone that can open that door. You just have to believe it. I think that's part of the problem, is that take what that Leo full moon confidence can give you, right? Why can't you? Why can't you go to the stars? Why can't you be a star seed? Really take a look at those energies. You're an earth sign, you're a cardinal sign. And I think you can really be, Capricorn can be a good leader as well. It is a cardinal sign. And for Capricorns to think it is to do it. So it's great to have a Capricorn on your team, because they're like a Virgo in that sense. Virgo and Capricorn can get a lot done together. They can. It's like Virgo is like, okay, I've made a list of all the materials. This is what we got to work with. And Capricorn's like, give it to me. I can build something with this, right? Very, very strong. What is the universe advising for you? It is what it is. Look at this door, right? And we had that intuition. It is what it is. It's a number 6 card, right? So it's any door can open. Any door can open, and you can walk forward into it. So I would say accept that you have all that special stuff inside of you, and start opening doors. Start opening doors, Capricorn. I mean, I think we need more leadership like yours that really can accomplish things. So now we're going on to Aquarius. So what is Aquarius here within? There are no wrong turns. A number 27, so that adds to a 9. There are no wrong turns. Aquarius, you just have so much going on for you right now. Pluto is there, and you're adjusting to that. But you also have Jupiter that's in Gemini, that's also affecting you, because that is trine your energy. So there might be different rabbit holes for you to go down, and there are no wrong turns, because I think you'll be able to learn from each one of those little side how do we call that in my family? If you take a wrong turn, anytime you take a wrong turn somewhere, you're only sightseeing. Is that's what we call it in the family. Oh, we didn't take a wrong turn. We're just sightseeing. So take that energy. There are no wrong turns. You're just getting the lay of the land and seeing what's out there as possibilities. So what is without for Aquarius? Number 6 card, victory and success. And it's interesting that it's blowing a trumpet, that air energy again, victory and success. So what do you want to do? I think you have so much energy going forward. Aquarius is opposite Leo, so the sun is in your sign. And it's allowing you to be more creative with this full moon energy, that creativity piece. You do have that square with Uranus. Uranus is your ruler, one of the co-rulers, as well as Saturn. So I think there's some very unexpected things that are going to come along and help you be successful. And you're so usually far ahead of the curve that even if you make a mistake here or there, it's not a big deal, because it'll take people a while to catch up with you anyway, right? So what is the advice here? This is so you seeing beyond, that third eye. And that's the number 36 again. So you had 2 number 9 cards. Seeing beyond. And the other was a 6. Very Tesla, right? Very Tesla energy here. Seeing beyond. I feel like and you have all that strong star energy. Again, you're so far ahead of the curve. Use the creativity that this full moon in Leo is giving you. Turn it up high. Aquarius, even though people don't understand them very well, they are very fact-based. They use discernment. They pick things apart with their mind. So I think they can lend themselves. I mean, people are like, well, they're kind of an oddball. I'm like, well, I have an Aquarius moon, so I'm not calling names. I'm like, okay, we're of the emotional stint of Aquariuses all feel different and are, might be isolated from other people, and we're like, yeah, but Aquarius don't care. So take that energy of the facts that you deal with all the time, and then move it towards that creativity. Again, Jupiter's in Gemini. I think that's really bonus energy for you. And Pluto is there to help you be the ones that are transforming things. But you need that Leo spark creativity. I think that even though you can think outside the box very easily, you still may be limiting yourself. So I would go beyond that for you, because you can. I have every confidence that you can do that. So now we're going to go on to Pisces. So what is within for Pisces? Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Perfect timing for you. You have Venus that just went through your sign. You have the North Node there, what we are meant to go towards. Neptune, dreaming big. You can't dream too big, Pisces. And you have Saturn there to make things happen. So you've got a lot of energy going for you. So ask for what you want. Ask for those synchronicities to show up and be thankful for them, because that shows that you're on the right path. And the more that you do that, the more that you show the universe that you trust what it's bringing in for you. And then it just gets better and better. So ask wonderfully and receive graciously. That's on the inside. So within, without. So what is without for you? Patience and planning. Number 7 card. Okay, so the 4 that was on that and the 7 on this adds to an 11. We've been hitting those 11s. Patience and planning. Pisces can be kind of fuzzy, but Saturn is there right now. And Saturn is really creating, Neptune creates the dreams, and Saturn gets them built, right? So dreaming it and becoming it, dreaming it and becoming it. And you do need to plan a little bit. We do have this energy of Neptune going into Aries. There'll be a lot of things that get cleared up for you, because sometimes you're like, I want to move forward. I want to move on with the things that I feel are on my path, but I don't know what that is. Well, you can blame Neptune quite a bit for that. But once Neptune goes into Aries, and then is going to step back into Pisces and remain at 29 degrees, that's going to be pretty amazing. And Saturn will be there as well, and will help you get things done then. So Saturn will have gone into Aries and come back too, when all of this energy can come through. So, 6 months from now, if you release the energy of the, how's the best way to put this? Having to know. Don't worry about that you don't know what the next thing is supposed to be. That's the energy that I'm getting. Because you're on the right path. Watch the synchronicities to make sure you're on the right path, and then just keep going. Thank you, and more. Thank you, more. Thank you, more. So what is Spirit's advice? Beautiful uncaging. This feels like stepping forward. On the top, it looks like a little bit like a pumpkin. That magic. The key is there. It's a number 14 card. So what magic is awaiting you with this uncaging energy, right? Um, moving into Aries, this energy of one of the co-rulers of your sign is going to really open things up for you and bring a lot of clarity in, and then being able to, oh, now I know, so I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly how I'm going to move forward with this. And then when Neptune goes back to that 29 degree, then that's a real strong inclination of what further things you might need to add on to that dream, right? Power it up a bit. What a great idea. So I really thank you for showing up for this reading. There have been tons of 11s that have shown up. So synchronicities are really, really loud right now. But I'll see you soon. Bye.